Armed forces pay glorious tributes and show solidarity with Corona warriors through unique series of activities. Air Force showers flower petals at various hospitals and do fly past across the nation. Army bands play patriotic tunes at civic hospitals. Representative of all three services lay wreaths at National Police Memorial. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauds the great gesture by the armed forces in paying tribute to Corona warriors, salutes those who are at the forefront, bravely fighting COVID-19. Indian Navy illuminates its warship across the coastline to express gratitude towards all frontline workers. Union Health Ministry deploys central public health teams to assist 10 state health departments in COVID-19 management. Teams to assist in implementation of containment measures in affected areas of 20 districts. Active COVID-19 cases across India rise to 28,070 with 10,886 recoveries and 1,306 fatalities. Health Minister inspects facility available at Lady Hardinge Hospital in New Delhi. Says situation of fighting with coronavirus is improving day by day. Security forces neutralized 2 terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir, 5 security personnel martyred in an encounter, paying tribute to martyrs and condolences to their families. Prime Minister Modi says their valor and sacrifice will never be forgotten. And coronavirus cases continue to spiral up across the world. Infections worldwide cross 34 lakhs with over 2.44 lakh deaths. United States remains worst hit with 66,000 fatalities. Namaskar and welcome all of you in this edition of DD News and DD India. Today, 3rd May 2020 has become a very spectacular and immemorable day for all those COVID-19 warriors who are fighting to save the life of infected people and saving the nation. Today, today, nation paid salute and respect to all those COVID-19. And all three services of Indian Air Force, Indian Navy and the Indian Army have paid rich tribute today to the emerging services professionals who are fighting this COVID-19. I'm Kiran Jha presenting the top stories. And all these frontline workers have been paid rich tribute to these Corona warriors by the all three services, and they include the fly past and plying the military bands, lighting up the ships at sea and showering of flower petals at different places across the country. And this instills the pride of these Corona warriors. They are boosting the morale of this COVID-19 warriors who are fighting day by day, risking their life and saving the nation's each and every particular life. And the nation has really appreciated the activities of all these three services people. The Chief of Defence Staff, General Vipin Rawat, on Friday announced that the three services will carry out a series of activities to thank the Corona warriors. And the Thanksgiving activities started with laying of wreaths at the National Police Memorial in Delhi to honour the police personnel deployed in the enforcement of the nationwide lockdown. Helicopters showered flower petals over the police memorial. Armed forces also paid tributes to Corona warriors at police memorial. The flypast began with Indian Air Force aircraft seen flying over the Dal Lake in Srinagar. Indian Air Force, through this, paid rich tribute to medical professionals and all over frontline workers. Later, a fleet of military jets carried out a spectacular flypast over the national capital as part of a nationwide exercise to express gratitude to lakhs of doctors, paramedics, sanitization workers, and also the frontline workers who were engaged in fighting the coronavirus pandemic. The jets, including Sukhoi 30 MKI, MiG-29 and Jaguar, flew over Rajpath and then orbited over the city for around 30 minutes from 11 a.m. Premier Transport aircraft C-130 also carried out a separate flypast covering the Delhi and the NCR region. The aircraft flew at an approximate height of 500 meters to 1,000 meters, keeping aerospace safety in mind. Armed forces salute Corona warriors in Guwahati by conducting flypast across the region. In Meghalaya, also Indian Air Force aircraft fly past Civil Hospital in Shillong to express gratitude towards health workers for their contribution in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Our correspondent Aisha Hanum from Bangalore brings us the report on the flypast by our armed forces atop the Vidhan Sabha. Just have a look.
This magnificent historic building, Vidhan Sabha, was witness and testimony to the fight against Corona. The Air Force warriors saluted the people working in Vidhan Sabha, the state government who is working round the clock to stop the spread of coronavirus in the state. Although the government has been waging war against Corona, there have been cases where the government is meeting all the challenges to see to that people are safe in the state. The Air Force warriors and the ground warriors, the doctors in the state together are fighting this war against Corona in the state. The transport aircraft C-130J flew over Vidhan Sabha and saluted all those who are working and engaged in the war against Corona. And during the morning, there was another helicopter, Mi-17, which flew over the command hospital in Bangalore and showered petals on the doctors who are working to fight Corona. And the command hospital doctors made it very clear that their fight against Corona will continue till they wage this war and come to an end victorious against Corona. So it was a feeling of warriors who were speaking that Corona will be defeated and India will win against this dreaded virus. With cameraman Venkatesh, Asha Khanam, DD News, Bangalore.
The Indian Air Force helicopters also showered petals on Corona warriors in various parts of the nation. In Leh, chopper showered flower petals on the Sonam Norbu Memorial Hospital to pay tribute to healthcare workers fighting COVID-19 epidemic. While in Bangalore, chopper showered flower petals over Victoria Memorial Hospital. In Hyderabad, frontline Corona warriors were honoured at Gandhi Hospital, while in Jaipur, Indian Air Force aircraft showered flower petals on Rajasthan University of Health Sciences Hospital in Pratap Nagar. In Gujarat, Gandhinagar, armed forces also expressed their gratitude towards health workers for their contribution. In Chandigarh, two Indian Air Force C-130J Super Hercules Special Operations Transport aircraft flew over Sukhna Lake. In Haryana's Panchkula, Indian Army band performed outside a government hospital, while in Chennai, Indian Air Force chopper shot petals on Rajiv Gandhi Government General Hospital. The Indian Air Force offered rich tributes to the Corona warriors by showering them with flower petals all across the nation. The Air Force helicopters shot petals on doctors and other COVID-19 warriors in Itanagar, Patna, Visakhapatnam, Guwahati, Shillong, Trivandrum, Bhopal and Delhi. Now moving on, Indian Army personnel also honoured medical professional and frontline workers at Delhi's RR Hospital. In Delhi, the Indian Air Force chopper showers flower petals on LNJP Hospital and Gangaram Hospital to pay tribute to healthcare workers. And tributes were also paid to doctors at Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital. Indian Air Force chopper showered flower petals over healthcare workers at AIIMS in Delhi. It also conducted a flypast at Marine Drive in Mumbai to pay tribute to emergency services workers. And helicopter too showered petals on Goa Medical College Hospital in order to salute the frontliners. Goa is the first green state in the country with no case of coronavirus being reported from April 3rd. And this was the gratitude and this was the honor by the Indian Air Force and all the service, which was appreciated by the entire nation.
मैं सारे आर्म्ड फोर्सेस को और सारी देश की जनता को धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा कि आज उन्होंने हमें ये सम्मान दिया। हमारे सारे जो टीम है, चाहे वो डॉक्टर्स हों, नर्सेज हों, रेजिडेंट्स हों, पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ हो, सैनिटेशन वर्कर्स हों, सब कोविड की लड़ाई में लगे हुए हैं। और ये एक हमें बहुत ज़्यादा बूस्ट मिलता है कि जब लोग हमें ऑनर करते हैं, हमारी याद करते हैं। और यही मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि हम सब फिर से इकट्ठे होके और एक दफ़ा फिर और जोश के साथ इस लड़ाई में आगे बढ़ें।
The Indian Air Force said that the fly past and the showering of flower petals was an expression of gratitude to the Corona warriors in its own unique way.
Indian Air Force, as a part of this whole of nation approach, has been contributing towards the national effort to contain Corona by supporting men and material mobility both at international and domestic level. As a gratitude to all the Corona warriors in India, IAF, along with other sister services, planned a salute to these brave warriors of India in its unique way, wherein through the medium of air, we paid an aerial salute to these Corona warriors.
As part of Thanksgiving exercise, the Army's military bands also performed outside leading hospitals. Indian Army band in their traditional attire played patriotic tunes to express gratitude for Corona warrior at the Government Medical College in Jammu. The Army's Engineer Brigade of Zirakpur conducted a 30-minute show of gratitude for the entire medical fraternity at Phase 6 Civil Hospital in Mohali. The Indian Army Band also expressed their gratitude to the brave Corona warriors at the Gandhinagar Hospital in Jammu. On this occasion, the army facilitated doctors and healthcare staffs of the hospital. In Panchkula as well, the army band played music tunes and Indian Air Force helicopters shot flower petals to express gratitude to Corona warriors. Army also expressed a vote of thanks to the doctors and medical staff who are frontline fighters of the battle against COVID-19. The Indian Navy also saluted the Corona warriors in its own way. The naval warships are docked off the major ports of India, including Mumbai, Kochi, Visakhapatnam. The ships were illuminated with lightning and also shot flares to express gratitude to the Corona warriors. INS Jalashwa in the Bay of Bengal saluted the Corona warriors, including doctors, nurses, other health workers, sanitation staffs and also the police personnel, and who have been relentlessly fighting against COVID-19 pandemic. In Mumbai, Indian Navy helicopter displayed gratitude towards frontline workers and shot flowers on the staff of Indian Navy's INHS Ashwini. Indian Navy personnel at INS Hansa, Goa expressed their appreciation by forming a human chain and thanked the Corona warriors in their unwavering commitment in fight against COVID-19. The Navy has said that the armed forces are firmly behind the Corona warriors and the illumination of ships was a way to express its gratitude to them.
All these activities are to express our gratitude and see to it that express very clearly that we are firmly behind all the Corona warriors, and it will definitely lift up the spirits. And as part of that, in the Navy, the ships are the best way of expressing the Navy. So at the moment you can see the 5 ships which are illuminated at Anchorage here in Mumbai Harbour. We have just seen the flares also being fired. And this is our way of expressing gratitude, and we salute the Corona warriors, all the armed forces together in this, and this is one of the major activities which was planned here.
And gratitude expressed was really appreciated by the entire nation. Now, moving on to the other development, Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today paid a visit to the Lady Harding Hospital in New Delhi to check the health facility available at the hospital. The Union Health Minister visits hospitals on every Sunday to have a check on the medical facility. While addressing the media, the minister said that the capacity of fighting with coronavirus is improving day by day.
सभी हमारे डॉक्टर्स, नर्सेज और साथियों का जो स्पिरिट है वो बहुत हाई है. इंडियन एयर फोर्स ने भी जो है इन सब हमारे कोरोना वॉरियर्स के सम्मान में जो है उनका आकाश से अभिनंदन किया है. उसके लिए मैं इंडियन एयर फोर्स का भी धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ. देश में हम जानते हैं कि दिन प्रतिदिन कोरोना के खिलाफ लड़ाई में हमारी परिस्थिति बेहतर होती जा रही है.
Home Minister Amit Shah saluted the Corona warriors for their unmatched contribution and sacrifice in fighting the COVID-19 epidemic. Amit Shah said in a tweet, India salutes its heroic Corona warrior. I assure you that the Modi government and the entire country stands beside you. We have to free the nation from Corona by turning the challenges into opportunities and set an example for the world by creating a healthy, prosperous and strong India. Jai Hind. As many as 20 central public health teams from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare have been formed and are being sent to 20 districts that are reporting the maximum number of COVID-19 cases in the country. The centre has deployed 20 public health teams to assist 10 states in the fight with COVID-19. A 2-member team will assist states in COVID-19 management. 20 central public health teams have been deployed across 20 districts in 10 states, while 3 teams will be sent to Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat. 2 teams have been earmarked for Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. 1 team will go to Telangana, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. The teams shall report to senior state government officials and assist state health departments in implementation of containment of measures for COVID-19 in affected areas within the designated areas. And these teams shall be deployed till further orders and will submit reports to the senior officials of respective states. And moving on, security forces have neutralized 2 terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir's Handwara district. Meanwhile, 5 security personnel, including 1 colonel, 1 major, 2 jawans and 1 policeman, were martyred in the encounter. Condoling the martyrdom of security personnel in an encounter with terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that their valor and sacrifice will never be forgotten. In a tweet, Prime Minister Modi said, "Tributes to all our courageous soldiers and security personnel martyred in Handwara. Their valor and sacrifice will never be forgotten. They served the nation with utmost dedication and worked tirelessly to protect our citizens. Condolences to their families and friends." Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has also said that loss of soldiers and security personnel in Handwara is deeply disturbing and painful. In a series of tweets, the Raksha Mantri said, "The loss of our soldiers and security personnel in Handwara is deeply disturbing and painful. They showed exemplary courage in their fight against terrorists and made supreme sacrifice while serving the country. We will never forget their bravery and sacrifice. I offer my tributes to the soldiers and security personnel who fell in action. My heart goes out to the families who lost their loved ones today. India stands shoulder to shoulder with their families and these brave martyrs." Union Home Minister Amit Shah also paid tribute to 5 security personnel who were martyred in the Handwara encounter. The Home Minister also said that the entire country will remain indebted to the supreme sacrifice made by them. And moving in some international news, like in India, in the United States, also the Defense Forces honored the Corona warriors in their unique way. 2 air demonstration squadrons from the US Air Force and Navy jointly put up a show on Saturday to pay tribute to the frontline medical workers fighting against COVID-19 pandemic. The 2 demonstration squadrons, the Blue Angels from the US Air Force and the Thunderbirds from the US Navy, started the show at noon. The show was meant to pay respects to the medical workers. The World Health Organization has said that novel coronavirus originated in nature. Speaking on a TV show, WHO COVID-19 technical lead Maria van Kerkhove said that compared to other coronavirus genetic sequences available, COVID-19 is a natural origin which is coming from bats.
Other coronavirus sequences that are available, this is of a natural origin. And it originally comes from bats because the coronaviruses come from bats. What we need to do is really understand what we call the intermediate host. What is the animal that was infected from bats that potentially infected humans? It's important that we know this because from a public health point of view, it's very important that we find the animal host so that we prevent this, we call spillover, from an animal, transmission from an animal to a human.
Prime Minister also shared a video praising the Corona warriors and complimenting the services for the noble gesture. Let's have a look. And that was all in this edition. But for latest news and updates, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. Namaskar.